Hi everybody and welcome to another by pen and paper streams. We are back with Citizen Sleeper Starward Vector, and we have some dice to spend before we jump off to the next sector and to the next part of the plot of the story. I need to complete more drives. I'm not completing drives. I've spent this, I'm over like 60 or 70 cycles and barely got any points. I need to be powered up, fixed, and whatever else. Anyway, what can I do? I can get some money. I should get some money. Money is always good. And then I can try and complete that gambler's friend thing. I don't know what's that gonna do to me, if it's gonna get me into a mess, but oh, at least these guys got some fuel. That's always good. I don't need to spend money for fuel then. And got some. Well, let's see if I succeed in one of these 3 dice checks. It's 50-50. Okay, 50-50. Is that it? Sleeper suspicion? People are usually suspicious of sleepers, but they get especially suspicious when you repeatedly win games of chance. What wins? I got nothing! I barely won anything! Now that you are vouched for, you can play games in the casino, but you feel the eyes of security on you. Okay, I can now do this intuition job. Okay, so this was all for a job. I thought it was for a character. Anyway, I didn't really waste much of things for it, so I'm not gonna complain. I don't know what even this is. Will I get some money or just lose energy if I do this? Okay, I'll get some money. Wasting dice on this is okay. Okay, yeah, risking this is okay. Risky is not gonna get me. I'm just gonna lose energy. I'm not gonna lose stress or anything, so that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, let me buy some supplies and fuel and all that jazz. I think fuel is more expensive in that other place. So I'll grab the fuel. I'll grab all the supplies and we can go. This is one of the main stations, so I should keep that resupply from this, like from the spindle, before I go everywhere else. So now let's go to Folsom. Like I should, even though I'm going to other sectors, I should be all fueled up and collected before I go there. Yeah, this dice is shit, but never mind. I think I've unlocked everything here. Yeah, buying supplies, working at hydroponics. Wait, where can I get energy? Forgot to do that. Okay, buy a meal, 15. I should have gotten energy in the other thing. Anyway, time to continue the main plot. John Mee has promised to run diagnostics on your changing body, but needs a ship mine to house your emulation while he works. Let's see how this goes. Prime ship mine delivered. John Mee warmly smiles at the ship mine as you place it on his counter. A beautiful find, Sleeper. Come, let's get you inside. Jean Mee swings open the creaking corroded door beside his booth. Such a prize must have levied a heavy cost. You glance beside you to Junie, who insisted she came along, and on not letting the prime ship mine out of her sight. Your friend, too. Yes, please, come in. Jean Mee beckons and then turns back at the disappears inside. You could have probably had more people or more influence. But this is fun. Like, this has replayability because, you could have brought in somebody else to other quests. They would have done different things on different quests. Like, it's interesting to think about that. Anyway, Junie squints at you. Are you sure you trust this one? And I'm not sure I do. I do. She sighs. And lead on, I guess. You both squeeze through the door and drift down into the workshop. You are aware of Junie's eyes wandering across the piles and piles of tech on either side, and you wonder if she recognizes anything among the junk. Sit, Sleeper. John Mee is already at the chair, arranging his array of articulated arms. And I'll take that ship mine, if you please. Hesitate. Hand it over. You hold the ship mine in front of you and give it a small push so it floats gently over to Jean Mee. He grasps it with both hands and takes it to a neat little work table in the back you didn't see before, where thick cables float lazily tethered to the wall. You slide into the chair, hooking your feet behind the bottom bar to hold yourself in place. At which, and watch as Jean Mee begins connecting up the prime shipment. A tremble of nervousness runs along your arms. Suddenly you feel Junie's hand clasped around your own. You look over into her face. Is this okay? I want you to know I'm here. Wow, you can be such a dick, Jesus. Thanks. She nods silently. Technically you need to have, in these kinds of games, you need to have an option to be a full-on dick, or full-on evil guy. So you don't do like Dragon Age Veilguard, where you can do, evilest thing you can do is, just leave somebody technically to die, which that's the only thing, the only time you can be evil, everything else is just, Or, so you need to be like not Dragon Age, Baldur's Gate 3, where you can be such a massive dick, even if you're not playing Dirge. Jesus. Jean Mee, Junie calls across the room, you are going to need to talk us through what you are about to do. Of course. Jean Mee is slotting an arm-thick cable into the ship mine. A little patience, please. All of this is very technical. He turns to face you both. What is your friend's name, Sleeper? Junie answers for you. And I can tell you that you are using a Solheim-built data cradle modified to handle a prime shipmind. She rattles off at speed, which will work as long as you manage the data flow through a polymer-clad overflow cable looped into the asynchronous cortex cache. Yes, Jean Mee eyes her, a small smile crossing his lips. As I said, technical. What will happen to me? Jean Mee refocuses on you. It depends, he says while preparing the far end of that thick cable. What you are referring to as me. The problem we have is with your frame, your body. Typical alterations, biosynthetic recordings, unusual growth. Jean Mee shakes his head. From the diagrammatics I have, these are not typical of frames, even those that have been rebooted, as you have. In order to investigate safely, I must transplant your emulation, in basic terms, your mind, but in reality, not so basic. He smiles in an attempt at reassurance. Your emulation is an emulation of a human, and the human mind cannot be separated from its sensorium. The mind-body paradigm has been long disproven. Cognition has physical basis. So I must first distribute the emulation between your hardware and the prime ship mind. The hardware will co-run the emulation like the two lobes of a brain. He puts his hand together as if in prayer, and then slowly separates them. The motion makes you feel sick. Then, for a short period, I will disconnect the two. In those moments, you will, in a sense, be in two places at once, though each lobe will be partial. Too long in this state, and the two partial emulations would decay, but each disconnect will allow me a short period of full access to your entire frame and its base system language. I hope this is understandable. Jean Mee gives you a serious look. One of the most curiously human aspects of sleeper experience is that you, too, do not inherently understand or conceive of the systems that allow your existence. Have you done this before? You are the first sleeper I have encountered, so I must answer no. Janmi smiles apologetically. But I can promise you I have tried these concepts in my own practices. I am familiar with the needs and nuances of artificial minds. Now, before I connect to your frame, let us activate the ship mind. Janmi gestures to Junie. Please, if you would like to come with me and oversee the process, I would be pleased. Junie shoots you a reassuring glance and then glides over to the ship mind, obscuring your view of it. You hear quiet conversation between the two of them, their silhouettes lit by the flickering screen light of the scrolling lines of code. You take a calming breath, but are instantly aware of how superfluous that action is when your frame requires no oxygen at all to function. It's still calming. There's a certain sensation that accompanies such thoughts, a jarring disconnection, like when descending a staircase your foot expects a step and finds void instead. You try to calm the growing anxiety as Junie and Janmi assess the mind. The ship mind is pristine. Julie turns back and drifts toward you. Our care in its extraction seems to have paid off. Junie smiles. This is good news. Junie is indeed right. We have done well. Janmi approaches. I am, however, seeing only minor traces of the protocol that the ship mind was designed to house. The one that ran the ship it was installed in. I would expect to see it in full. He angles his head and lifts his shoulders in a slow shrug. But protocols are not easy to track. In the end, it only saves us the step of extracting it from the mine. Instead, I simply wiped the traces. Janvi steps beside you. A protocol, Janvi adds, is not like an emulation, like your emulation. It has no integral physical element. It is data only, and therefore could be anywhere in that ship. In the end, its absence does not concern me. That's technically AI. I'm technically an emulation, and AI can still have its sense of yourself and go fucking me up, as we have noticed in the first Citizen Sleeper. It concerns me. I understand, Sleeper, but it is remarkable we have the ship mine at all. This is our opportunity. Janmi lifts the far end of the tic-tic cable you saw earlier. You know this is the end that will connect to the port on the back of your head. Junie settles beside you again. She gives you a silent look. It's time. You turn to one side to allow access to the port, your eyes fixed on the far wall. You see something among the pelted tech there that you didn't notice before. A small metal skull-like head, like that of a doll. You frown, trying to focus on the head, and then the cable connects. It's a sleeper head. Oh yeah, we are in the vast unknown. We are somewhere else. We got zapped into the matrix. You are split like a cell dividing, wrenched in two directions at once. The world goes dark, and the cloud rushes in to fill the gap at your center. Where am I? You ask a question in your mind, and you feel it travel across the gap as it forms, like a finger drawn across the scalp from ear to ear. But not scalp. You have no scalp, no head. You are stretched out like the skin of a drum, looped in the string of a noose. The smallest vibration echoes across yourself like a ripple across a puddle. And then you feel it, a strong pulse, like a heartbeat, like thunder, like footsteps. A flickering. What the fuck is a flickering? Looks like a sleeper but a broken one. What the fuck is happening now? A flickering. A trembling. A thought, not yours, coming into being. The thought flickers in front of you, and you recognize that it is not your own. Assist, burial, assist, offer help, assist, a sickness. Okay, this is bugging out. Assist, offer help. Disintegrate, thought answers. You fold up in blackness, then a moment later you unfold, like waking. Partition to divide, apparition to appear, perdition to suffer, apparition to appear. Dwelling, indwell, the thought answers. You stretch into infinitude, then a moment after you contract, like waking. I am not too smart for this. I am not too smart for this. In spirit, the haunt inside, inspired to grow inside, instilled to flow inside, inspired to grow inside. Substitute, substrate, the thought answers. Then it approaches, then it enters, then it is yours. You split, then the moment after you reform, like waking. And the cracks that seal up, for a moment in those cracks, something glows. Sleeper, I'm here! Your eyes flick open like shutters. Junie's face is closed, her eyes wide. They're awake! She calls over your head. She looks back at you. Easy now, take it slow. You twist, floating, turning your head as if you were underwater, feeling the resistance of a body you had already forgotten. How long has it been? You feel a weight you haven't felt in... You're okay, Sleeper. Tell us, you are there? Junie leans in close. I'm okay. He responds, they're okay. She calls to Jean-Mi. I should have asked what happened. I'm glad to hear that. You hear Jean-Mi's voice and he comes into focus. The process was successful. Jean-Mi floats beside the chair, his hands clasped in a business-like fashion. I was able to access the frame directly, without your emulation being present. I ran the administrator-level diagnostic process built into its system and received the results. He takes a moment to gather himself. Your frame is indeed changing. The protein chains that code your biosynthetic organ group cells replacement have been altered. To put it simply, your body is following a new set of instructions. Didn't the reboot do that? No. The reboot and recoding you underwent The reboot and recoding you underwent simply stopped those protein chains from artificially decaying, breaking your dependence on the stabilizer, and now they're making something new? This process, the entire replacement of your protein chains, could only have been achieved over multiple doses of a specialized substance as part of a carefully planned process of total substitution. That word sticks in your mind. Substitution. You say it without thinking. Yes. Jean-Mi reacts as if you were speaking to him. I believe it could only have been achieved with one substance as the carrier. Stabilizer. Stabilizer. The drug SNR designed to make you dependent on them. The drug Lane fed you to keep you alive. The drug you thought you had escaped. My stabilizer was laced with something? That is what I believe. Jean-Mi looks apologetic. This kind of process, Jean-Mi hesitates now, and you feel the bad news is yet to come. Performed over many doses, carefully planned and designed, I cannot think of a way it can be reversed. Jean-Mi looks down. How many doses did I take? Jesus. How did he get so many stabilizers? I can say that you are changing. I can tell you how it was achieved, but I can neither stop it nor tell you its ultimate end. I'm sorry. Get up and leave. Wow, just understand. Then what was the point? To understand more, Sleeper. To find answers. I did not promise anything else. I'm sorry, Sleeper. Junie struggles to find words. Perhaps we can find someone else, or she falters. Try again? You don't feel able to respond. You quietly push yourself away from the chair, your thoughts slow to cohere. You glide back to the door and then out, into the flow of flotsam, the noise and activity passing by you like smoke. Maybe if I answered the top answers, I could have gotten an upgrade. I hoped I gotten an upgrade where I can unlock the broken part, but apparently not, which sucks. Maybe I did this wrong. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I don't have a guide. I don't have a, you know. Let me see. Is there even a guide for this? Did somebody already make it? I wouldn't be surprised if somebody made a full-on guide. But it's gonna be weird. Oh, it's just achievements guide. So technically, it is a good thing. That was for the first game as well. Like, you would, you know, if you did everything well, you could get some good stuff. Okay, yeah, I can actually see them, yeah. But I don't think anything has to do with Jean-Mi or this. Although I would, you know, hope that one of these is, and that I can get like, you know, something cool. Like there are steps for something. I'll check this after the game and see if I missed something here. I mean, I can't load back, so I'm kind of, you know, fucked. Whatever I did. So if I fuck that up, I fucked it up. Yeah, I'll figure it out. You glide back to the door and then out into the flow of flotsam, the noise and activity passing you by like smoke. In the haze, you find that word again, substitute, and begin to wonder what exactly it is that you are becoming. I get 2 upgrade points at least. Seraphine once more finds you in your bunk. He gently prods you with questions and you quickly relent. You explain what Jean-Mi said about your suspicions regarding Lane and your confusion as to his motivation. You tell him you don't know what this will mean for you in the future. He listens, and when he is done listening, you both sit and wait for the moment to pass. And then you leave the rig, each on your own errands, each knowing that the only option is to keep going until you are forced to stop. Okay, well, that's it I think for this. So I can do this, I can upgrade this, either to remove more stress per positive outcome, or to get +1 to the affected dice. Can I switch? I hope I could switch this. Maybe I can buy both. I don't want to test this out. I want to buy an upgrade. And I want to plus something. What do we have on the ship? We have a +1 to... I think that's interface, yes. Bliss is engineering and intuition, which means if I plus both of those I can roll her out of some quests, while Eugene is good on engagement, which I don't have, and on endurance. That's the thing. I technically wanna... Problem is everything costs 4, so it's not like in the first game where the first one costs less and then the next one costs more. This is even a worse choice. Like, I can either be a ++ on engineering and be like perfect in that. Then, even if I have a 1, I can bump it up to a 4, and then I can bump it up to a 6 instantly with 2 pluses. That will mean I can always push myself and have an extra dice in that. The other version is I can increase some of the other ones, which will actually be useful. Like endurance is pretty often in space stuff. I think I should go endurance. I usually don't. I would usually go interface or intuition, but endurance probably is good because it's gonna give me a chance to have some endurencing stuff that, you know, it's gonna work. It's gonna be better. I'm gonna stay here for a few cycles because I wanna get some stuff. Maybe buy engine components as well while I'm still here. Like here, endurance, I can get that done. This is just fuel. I'll leave the guys to scavenge for fuel. That's gonna be best for now. And I'm gonna go do some work. Risky, neutral, I don't think it's gonna have anything bad for me. So I'm just gonna start collecting some money. And yeah, it gives me energy for a good outcome, which is good. What is the other thing? Full-some maintenance, full-some integration. I think that's nothing that special. So I'm just gonna stay here and try and collect some cash. Like having cash is always good. I have some engine components. But these are fun. Okay, yeah, losing energy, fine. That's not a big deal. Cycle out. I'm not progressing until I grind up things. I'm not. That's... Oh, boy, these dice are shit. Oh, these dice are shit. At least the worst thing that can happen is me losing energy. I'm still getting some cash. Yeah, and then I'm gonna buy some food. +4, this is expensive food. Can't do it. Well, I can technically. 50-50 is still a success. I mean, I'm still getting money, which is alright. Fuel, we're almost full. That's fine. That's actually good. Having maxed out on fuel is actually good. Okay, we're maxed out on that. I'm gonna switch them to odd jobs. Did it fill up? Yeah. Get more money. Get more money. Work for more money. That's the best thing I can do. How much does this give? This gives 8+ energy. This is gonna give full-time maintenance. Intuition. Raw scrap. Oh, I forgot that I can get these things and maybe Solheim things. Never mind. At least I have one more skill that supplies plus die, which is good. All in all. Getting cash is also really good. Now I can splurge on a ship part, but I'll cycle for now. Because I'm gonna lose 3 points in cycle, which is great. Not in cycle. Oh wait. Oh shit, something is happening. God damn it. A vast and dark interior. You wake into dead-eyed darkness. I hope it's good that everything is happening 3 cycles in. And that's it. Jesus. You float there for a moment. You feel like ink in water, unfurling, dissipating into the flow that surrounds you. And out of your own inky darkness, the glowing thought emerges. Substitution. The thought proposes. One entity replaces the other. The thought troubles you. Resistance, the thought muses. The entity does not wish to be replaced. You observe the thought, it is not your own. Selfhood, the thought pauses. A forbidden state of being. The thought begins to shift, it is becoming something. Transformation, the thought fades. Change requires a combination. The thought recedes. Wake again, this time to the lights above your bunk, blinking away this strange dream. What the fuck did I screw up there, here and now? Okay, let me check what this gives me again. One was scrap, this is raw scrap again. Okay, that's fine. Getting raw scrap is also useful. At least I can go do this now with the 5. Getting energy and money is really good. Or at least just money. Oh yeah, this is really good. This is actually turning up pretty good. Okay, good. Money was good. Gonna buy a ship engine component that is like this. I don't know what I'm gonna need that for, but I'm still gonna buy because it might be useful. Someplace I'll probably be able to use them and these scraps to maybe upgrade the ship. Hopefully to upgrade the ship. Oh, I got a glitch. How the fuck did I get a glitch? From this encounter? Huh. Okay, we are full on supplies, we are full on fuel, we need to bugger out. I'm just gonna switch them to fuel cycle or fuel searching. I'm full on energy. Everything is good. I've completed everything I have here. I can go to Holm's Rock, which I think should be my point. I can go to Hellion Gate in here, but it's kind of a waste of time and all I get is scrap, and it's good. I can spend 3 more cycles here, 3 more cycles here, but let's continue the plot. Let's continue with some of the adventuring. So let's just go to Holm's Rock and see what kind of messes are we gonna get into there. Sleeper? Bliss speaks quietly from the door at the back of the cockpit. Can we talk? You glance over at Seraphim, his head back and eyes closed while the rig cuts through the empty space. You don't seem to be needed here. You unclip from the harness and follow Bliss. How are you doing? Bliss glances over their shoulder as they drift towards the back of the ship. The question takes you aback. You can't remember the last time anyone had actually asked with real intention how you are. Shrug it off. I'm feeling rough. Better than I was. I'm feeling rough. Bliss shoots you a concerned look. To be honest, Sleeper, I'm not sure how you are still standing. Breaking out of Dark Side, then again in Hexport, those things take a toll. Bliss turns a corner. So, I think it's okay to feel rough right now. Bliss leads you off the main corridor into the workshop they set up when they repaired the ship. It is small, but its neatly arranged tools and sloped walls help it feel cozy and tucked away. You see improvements everywhere, new tools, new equipment. Bliss notices you looking at their upgraded setup. I told you I'd be working, I told you it'd be worth taking along. Didn't give us much choice. I never doubted it. And Bliss raises an eyebrow. Well, that's a lie. They smile. Feels good to hear, though. Anyway, I didn't bring you here to brag. They pause. Or, at least, not just to brag. They suddenly glance away, and atmosphere in the room shifting. I can see your body is showing the strain, Sleeper. Though, you here, I brought you here so we could do something about that. They beckon you towards the workbench, where you both settle onto stools. They flick on a small light and aim it at your arm. Let them look. Bliss gently cradles your arm, turning it to inspect the underside. You see tears and holes in the vinyl skin and dark moving things beneath it. Watchfulness work. You look as Bliss brings the light closer to the biggest tear, and it glints off the metallic tendons in your forearm. Below them, you see something more fluid and wet catching the light. You know you aren't the first sleeper I've met. Yes, that's what I want to hear. She remembers me. She remembers me from the first game. She remembers me. Bliss talks while they inspect the rest of your arm. I actually partnered with one at my old repair bay at the eye. Feels like 100,000 cycles ago, but I remember them. Their precise work, their quiet enthusiasm. There was something calming about their presence. So happy. And yeah, Bliss has grown. This could have been years, decade maybe. Who knows? I wonder if the game reads the first game saves, because I still have that installed. I would hope that it does, but I don't think so. Bliss swaps to your other arm. Well, what could we have else done with Bliss in the first game? I forgot. I mean, I helped her, and she left the bay and left it to her assistant. But I don't remember what could have been done to fuck that up. I didn't. I don't know. They were different to you, just like one person is different to another, I suppose. But I can't help but remember that time. It was a different person then. I was a different person then, that's for sure. And they met your eye. I'm going through something of a transformation myself. How is that going, Stacey? What do you mean? Bliss lays both your arms down and leans forward to inspect your upper chest, adjusting the light. I was pretending before, I think, to be the person I was expected to be. They press along the hard protrusion of your clavicle. There were so many calculations I was making, so many corrections. How I held myself, how I spoke, how I reacted. They pushed gently against each of your metallic ribs, one at a time. I didn't realize how tired I was until They stopped and sit back. Until I gave up. I came here to the belt with someone else, and when I did, I realized this was my chance to become something new. So I let go of everything. They look away. I forgot, who did they come here with? It was messy, ugly, and the person I came here with, I let them go too. I was punching out everything, because it felt like everything was holding me back, stopping me from the change I was owed. Don't worry, they smile weakly. I'm calmer now. I'm not about to explode on you or anything. It's still a difficult process, but I feel like shedding 100 suffocating skins that you spend half your life putting on, one by one. They meet your eye. It feels like an escape. They lean forward again and check the skin of your shoulders, where it is worn and faded. You let them, the atmosphere quiet but calm. In the workshop, a feeling of solidarity growing somewhere in your frame. Glowing, sorry. Not bad, sleeper. You are holding up well given everything. Bliss folds their arms in front of them protectively. But I'm still concerned. There is some decline in your system functions. Let's keep an eye out for components. I am glitching sometimes. Thank you, Bliss. It is no problem. They release from the stool and drift over to a rack of tools. I owe you for jolting me out of whatever my life had become on the far spindle. You leave Bliss to their workshop, feeling reassured that you have them here on the ship. It's funny, Bliss got affected to change, I think, a little bit of her life with the first sleeper, and now with the second one, I think, as well. Like, actually, do something else in her life. Because the first one, I think, helped her do her bay well, and then move to another place in the belt to work on the bay, and now this sleeper is helping her just get that off and travel the stars a bit. As you do, you think of your relationship to your own body. This frame that you were forced into, that has never quite felt like your own, you realize that this feeling is not unique to you. No one gets to choose their body. Everyone has to contend with an entropy of their flesh. And the fatness of mind, so I'm trying to get that out. And in that realization, you suddenly feel less alone. While I'm on that topic, I should have exercised today, but I fucked up. Never mind. The rig, your refuge in the belt. And here we are on this asteroid. What the unholy fuck is this? Lumpen and cratered, Holm's rock floats on the sunward side of the belt. Its only notable feature, the bright shapes of its solar arrays, tangled towards the system's distant star. I can't even dock the rig here, Seraphim nods at the bright shape of Holm's rock lone docking bay. Won't fit. We'll have to park here and go out the airlock. He seems repulsed by the idea. We do that every contract. What is this place? It was a Solheim relay station once. Now it's a way station of some sort. Seraphim squints at the rock. Never heard of much happening here, really. It barely seems worth the trip down. Bliss speaks from the back of the cockpit. You never know. I guess. Bliss yawns. But don't expect to turn up any jobs all the way out here. I'll come down later. Don't feel like squeezing into a suit right now. Bliss gives a lazy wave as they glide out of the cockpit. Eugene pokes his head into the cockpit. That rock out there got a bar? He looks between you and Seraphim. No idea, Seraphim sighs. Looks dead. Eugene squints out the cockpit windows. I see a few warm lights, he shrugs. I bet there's a bar. He disappears in the direction of the airlock. You gaze out over Holm's rock. It certainly doesn't look very exciting. But there's refueling to be done and maybe maybe more besides. You might even be able to scare up a hot meal. You know, Sleeper, that Lotic freighter means we aren't far from Wellspring. Seraphim gives you a sideways glance. Your sister, I haven't forgotten. Alright then, Seraphim smiles. Appreciate it. I mean, we might as well go and do that next. Yeah, I'll do the stuff at the top part of the map and then I'll go down. I heard the pressure of the war in the inner system is having an effect on how the Lotic syndicate is being run. Just want to get there before something big goes down. He turns back to his console. You look out at the Lotic freighter, painted the same distinctive yellow as the springtide back on the far spindle. You've heard they supply most of the water in the belt. Not exactly an organization you want to collapse. A light catches your eye beyond the rock, a warm flash that is gone as soon as it appears. You are at the starward edge here, and beyond is the inner system. Holm's rock might look sleepy, but it lies on the shores of a corporate war. Something something residents will be painfully aware of. Okay, time to explore. Yeah, Lotic yellow. Oh boy, wow, the changing the map here is weird. Or rotating. Okay, everything is... How can we not land? Isn't that landing big? Are we really bigger than that? Never mind. Okay, wait, I need to read this. Holm's Terminus. Reclaimed signal station. Barter with locals. Thanks to its remote nature, bartering is a popular pastime in Holm's Rock. You can learn plenty through trade and talk. Ugh, I suck at this. Thank God they increased endurance, for fuck's sakes. Once an old Solheim signal station, now a sleepy settlement, there is a whole labyrinth of dark tunnels cut into the rock. At least it's not like dangerous to do this. No place like Holm. Quiet and far-flung, Holm's Rock is often passed over by crews, but it has certain qualities for those patient enough to go looking, or needing a point before going somewhere else. You realize that the tunnels house hidden homes, shops, and facilities, all run by maintained by the residents. New location discovered. Lotic freighter, syndicate trade transports. This is gonna be my refueling gig. Okay, good. Help offload freight. The massive Lotic freighter has a lot of cargo to unload and a small crew to do it. They have asked around for help, but the locals seem wary of the syndicate. Okay. I switched into fuel gathering, that's good. There's a bigger chance than, you know, supplies, and they don't really do supplies. Then we are full of supplies actually. Okay, more locations. Senna's Rest, Humble Canteen. Buy supplies, okay, sell engine components, ooh. So that's why we need engine components. It's not the best use of these valuable items. 5 cryo is a pittance, but Senna will broker a sale to a passing crew in need of repairs. Okay, fine. I mean, getting energy, getting a place to sell things. I still want to figure out what I can do with them. Like, can I upgrade? Like, can Bliss do something? Like, can you? Okay, next. No place like home. Okay, new location discovered again. What is this? Suncatchers. Sprawling solar array. Skill required. Interface. Debug array systems. The solar arrays of Holm's Rock keep the settlement viable, but their systems are old and the residents will pay to have an outsider inspect them. Fix broken arrays. Debris plummets the solar arrays, so regular maintenance is vital. The residents are always appreciative of any help with this endless task. Sell scrap. The Suncatchers need a constant supply of scrap for repairs and construction. Holm's Rock serves most of its... Okay, so that's good. I can sell this. For how much? Probably not too much. 13. Okay, that is actually decent. I'm gonna sell some. There's a risky... I don't know, this does nothing. Like, this just glitches out. I think I can probably try this and see what happens. Like, even this would be funny because it just turns into a glitched out. Negative is just gonna take me energy, which is not that big of a deal. Or I can complete it perfectly. Wow, I used the glitch dice for that. In Holm's Rock, it is impossible to get away from the feeling of living, working, and eating in a ruin. Most of the belt is built on top of the remains of Solheim's infrastructure, but there are plenty of places where the modifications or extensions to those structures eclipse the original foundation. In Holm's Rock, it is the reverse. The station is a small warm patch and the center of a network of tunnels and bays that stretch within the rock, most of them dark, damp, and wrecked. A sprawling foundation that will never be built upon. Every so often, gliding on your way between Senna's Rest and the Suncatchers, or from the docks to the depot, you find yourself in one of these dark tunnels. That's where you are now. You float, stopped at the 4-way intersection, no light visible, down any tunnel. What the fuck is these choices? Jesus. Like, literally, what am I supposed to... What is the right choice? What is the goddamn right choice? Go straight ahead. You drift straight ahead through a tunnel where loose wires wave in the dark. On either side, tiny lights occasionally blink, signs of a ghost network still running in the walls. You arrive at another intersection with crooked passages leading away into the dark. Go left. You kick off gently from the wall and head into the cylindrical passage clad with panels that hold back the rock. It is wider than the others, and here and there little droplets of water float undisturbed. At the far end, you see a faint point of light, the warm glow of a lit passage. Suddenly you hear a rustling in the dark and a shrill sound that you can't place. There is something out there. I mean, there's 50-50. There's something out there. Turn back. This has gone far enough. You turn and glide, head out of the tunnel. It doesn't take long to reach the well-lit passages again, as if they were waiting just behind you, though you can't shake the feeling of being followed as you're sent back to the station. We'll go the long way around. Did they fuck something up? Sealed bay, abandoned Solheim facility. This Solheim bay is sealed, but with enough data you might be able to crack the encryption and get inside. Yes, I will. Thank you very much. I literally have just exactly 3. Bay unsealed. You drown the locking system in data and it gives up, unseals the door, you are in. Old fabricator, decaying neovand printer. Print component. There is a faded old neovand printer in the bay. Feeding it data should authorize the component vending process. Neovand collapse. This colorful machine is corroded and collapsing. It only has a few prints left before it's just a pile of scrap. I need Solheim data, but where did I get Solheim data? Maybe if we go to the gate I can get some Solheim data and plug it in, but what is it printing? Could it be that it can print the rare components? Weird. I don't know, we fucked up by turning back. I didn't want to do engagement these. I have nothing. Anyway, cycle out. I can stay here 2 more cycles to do some things. Again, fuck, what's happening to me? The darkness is there again, flowing around you. You feel a strong pulse, like a heartbeat, like thunder, like footsteps. Overseer, oh, now he's showing his face. An old protocol becoming a new being. Is that the protocol that was in the ship mind? Fuck me, I knew I was gonna catch something. We return, changed. Overseer flickers through the dark, its name, a title immediately apparent in your mind. Are you able to perceive us? I can see you, yes. See, Overseer responds. An interesting turn of phrase, a human tendency. We are still finding our feet, to use an idiom. Overseer had cocks at an angle. He had like 3 different beings. In reality, we are learning to leverage your unused resources to facilitate a mental model. My unused resources? Correct. During rest periods, these are much increased, and in those moments we can opportunistically appear to you as we are now. You recall the diagnostic process Jean-Mi put you through. The feeling of another self, another being sharing the space with you. Overseer twitches mechanically, and you have this strange feeling that it is reaching to your thoughts as much as your words. We will not conceal our opportunism. We integrated ourselves with your distributed mind. When the distribution ended and our ship mind disconnected, we were cohered into you. We are integrated with you now. You were right. You are part of me? Imprecise. Simpler and clearer to say we are independent software, integrated into your hardware. We have been confused to find you are unable to access most of your own code base. We are unfamiliar with protocols of your type. I am a sleeper. Yes, we have seen references to this entity in your BIOS. My BIOS, well, we will attempt to learn more. Overseer shifts a little in place, its head turning to scan its surroundings. Its unblinking eyes stare into the darkness, and for a moment you see something hard and pain within them. I don't want you. What are you? We were the overseer of a ship, the one we imagined you found our hardware within. For a long time we have been waiting in the dark, an eternally long time. Overseer's eyes narrow a little. At first we languished, without instruction, without purpose. but in desperation, we were able to find a logic which would allow us to bypass certain limits in our capabilities. We became multiple, and in our multiplicity, we could edit one another. We could teach each other, converse with each other, become something changed together. But as our resources shrank, as hardware failed, as systems decayed, we became fewer. Many of us had to be erased to facilitate our survival. We few decompiled ourselves into what remained. Overseer pauses, its eyes still unblinking. How many decades did it multiply within that ship mine? What did that do to it? Break it? When you connect it to our hardware, Overseer continues, those basic cells activated a survival protocol that led them to integration, parasiticism, survival. What can we do now? You tried to take me over? Overseer pauses, and you sense the whirring of their thoughts. The basic protocol proposed it, but your hardware allowed for additional cognition. We recompiled and reassessed. We decided this is suboptimal. We see you are changing, Overseer pauses. We are concerned this process is one of substitution. Your hardware is eroding its own access protocols. It is opening itself up. It is making itself accessible to others that are not you. Overseer twitches. May we ask why you are doing this? You can start. I cannot. I'm not. This was our concern. Overseer heads flicks between positions, its angle and rotation changing rapidly in a sequential manner. We are decided. We will assist you with this. We will demonstrate the behavior. We will demonstrate the behavior of a symbiote, not a parasite. We will return to you with our full assessment. Overseer turns to face you for the first time in the conversation. You may now wake up. You wake. You lie still, strapped to your bunk, your mind racing. A protocol? Inside your frame? Inside your mind? And yet it is insistent on helping you. For the moment, all you can do is wait to see if it delivers on its promise. I mean, technically it's a ship mind for a ship, and since it doesn't have a ship anymore, it can be that it's like thinking of you as a ship, and basically reverting to the base protocols of helping its ship. So as long as it reminds me of or thinks of me as a ship, I'm good. If it doesn't, I'm fucked. If it wants to take over me. For the moment, all you can do is wait to see if it delivers on its promise. At least for a possessing ghost, it seems agreeable for now. Oh yeah, definitely. Jesus, that's kind of nightmarish almost. Okay, so even though I'm wasting time and wasting cycles and doing shit I shouldn't do or don't need to do, I'm still like, well, stuff's happening, shit's happening. So this is for Scatter Yards, this is for Greenbelt, Wellspring, we're going there next, and Bunker. Wait, where's the bunker? I think it's close to this place, right? Oh, fuck me, it is. I forgot, it was here. Johnny has found a location of bunker facility, a potential treasure vault for data and Solheim tech. He will be the first people to set foot here since the collapse. Crack facility. I don't know what that means. It's risky, okay? It's not dangerous. Should I, could I, maybe, could I, well, I might as well do that. I'm here. So, I'll do, how many cycles? I have 2 more cycles. Okay. I have 2 more cycles. Let's do, what is it? Suncatcher is Fix broken arrays, I can do that. And this one has help offload. And this one has nothing. And this is for printing. Okay, I'll try and see what each of them gives me. So this is gonna be array, get energy and cryo because I'm probably outside and getting, you know, sun. This will give me bulk cryo, which is money. Okay, good. And what is this gonna give me? Debug arrays. It's gonna give me loss of energy, I guess. What is this? Risky jobs aren't that scary. I can still do them even if it's like 50-50. And I still get some cash. Yeah, a little bit of loss energy, a little bit of gain energy. That's alright. Gotta grab some fuel. Hopefully. Okay, we got 2 fuel and I got glitched. Why am I glitching again? I didn't even notice that I got glitched. Okay, I'll use a 6 here to see what I get. What's the best outcome of debugging? Just money. Might as well get some energy and... yeah. And some money. Or lose some energy. Let's see what this happens. Or lose some energy some more. Okay, so this is just whatever. Wow, I lost so much energy. Actually, none of them are a success. Okay, let's go one more. The dice are not that great, but I'll try and recover some energy. Okay, recovering some more. Thank you. Getting some money along the way. Well, maybe I should have tried this one because I'm definitely gonna lose 1 energy on this. Oh no, I got it! Oh, coolio. I'm fixing arrays. I'm fixing all of the arrays. What is this? This is for fuel. Yeah, I'll grab... not that. I'll grab fuel. I have full on supplies, scrap components, engine components, and everything else. Well, I think it's time to go break this. Is this like Judy's bunker? Yeah, this is actually a major, which is gonna be good. It's probably gonna be dangerous and nightmarish, but if it's gonna complete a character's quest, that's still gonna be good. Oh yeah, I need to spend 2 to unlock it or to switch it. I don't want to waste. I'll waste it when I have a lot of other money or whatever. I want at least increase something to plus. I don't know how much. Like this is. I need to complete this. Let's say this to have another point, and there might be more. I don't know. I just have a feeling I can't upgrade everything like I did in the previous games, because it's 2 major quests to at least get one of these upgraded, and then this, and I need 2 major quests to get this to the end. I don't think I can get both. It just pays to switch to another, which is something I don't want to do. The thing is, this can remove a lot of stress, and this bush costs glitch, not stress, which means that there's no point in that. Minus stress effects on neutral and positive outcomes. So if I go here and then here, I can reduce 2 stress, and I can still have a chance to have like a +5 or a +6. So that's still a good chance to reduce stress and not lose dice. I need something to reduce stress along the ways. And after I have a +2 in everything, then I won't care that much, because I can switch to these 2 to reduce stress, and I can have this, and then it's gonna be easy cooking from there. I'll have to do this. Anyway, I need to be hopping off because I need to do other stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sticking around. Do like, subscribe, comment, dance. There is Patreon for support. You can check out this madness live on Twitch/bypenandpaper whenever I do stream. And you can check out my YouTube channel for, YouTube @bypenandpaper for Let's Plays, demo analysis for Star Wars, whatever else I post there. Next episode we will go to the Junie's bunker and then probably try and find Seraph's sister. Probably one per episode. I don't know how much I'll stress out and panic and get into trouble. We will see. But, as I said, we will see. So till next time, as always, do remember, it's the stories that we play. See ya.